So, hello everyone, Ito here and welcome back to another week of this Minecraft series. And this week we have been working in a lot of stuff, and the recording is going to be a little bit different because usually I go kind of a recording after every single stream, but on this week was a little bit chaotic and we tackled a big project at the bottom of the world. So I'm going to show you that right now. But before doing that, let me tell you that our engine again. So I needed to make some tweaks, and I'm going to show you what I did in order to fix that. That was a little bit laggy. So I forget to check my buckets. As usual, I need to do it, but I totally forget because I was so focused on trying to finish the projects of this week. And eventually I ran out of buckets, my whole engine stopped again. Hopefully this time, with the water wheels there, it was kind of easy to remake it again, so no big deal. But now I added this counter for the buckets, so now I know that in the barrel there are 27 buckets and everything is full on lavas. Didn't steer all of them on 48,000. We also moved this part on the bottom side, so we got over here a lava tank on the bottom side, and also we made a system that my computer is really laggy today. It's going to stop the lava from pouring there by powering this fluid valve when the tank is full. So we are only going to fill that tank of lava when we require the lava there. But then I needed to make this whole array of system of pumps so I can fill my own tanks, because for some reason the lava were pouring all the way up to here, and I think it's because it's counting up to the last block on the tank, and if you count from there up to here, it's 15 there, but it's it's 16 here, but 17 there. So it seems like the pump don't have enough power for pumping all the way up to the last block of the tank, and then it means it's going to avoid this whole line and it's only going to fill up to this point. So in order for preventing that, I needed to rewire everything. Actually, for every single pump now can pour up to 16 tanks along there. So I think that's something interesting to know. So maybe if you are struggling a little bit with the pumps, with fluids and stuff, try not to make tanks too big, because maybe that could create an issue, or pour it from the middle. I think that could help you. Or actually, if you pour them only from the top side, maybe it works. I don't know, but I think that's interesting. So yeah, another thing done and fixed. But another thing that happened this week were cogwheel assembly here broke, and tried different things to fix it. I broke it twice and remade it and didn't work, because I thought that this way was kind of rotating the other way around, you know, it's rotating like to the left when it needs to go to the andesite brass funnel onto the right. So I changed these guys, I broke everything, I changed the cogwheel, I broke stuff with the redstone on the back, and it was still broken. Because in the end, the problem with this was not necessarily this part, but was actually, for some reason, when my engine broke, this guy lost kind of at the filter or something, and it crafted one andesite ladder. And yeah, that's why kind of was it broken out. So if I collect some of the chaff here, because that was kind of clogged up, now it's grabbing the andesite alloys, creating the chaff, and eventually it's going to grab the wood and it's going to create the cogwheel. So at least finally now it's fixed, so move on. And this week, of course, we work here in the bottom of the world, working on our new generator of chocolate and honey and lava and everything. So yeah, there is a lot here. So the reason why I didn't want to record like the usual progress over the stream is because I needed to redo this a couple of times, and we were pretty much winding this over. And it's kind of a lot of convolution here, so hopefully I'm going to be able to explain it to you what's going to happen here. So let's start with the lava tank. So as you can see here, behind my shulker boxes, I got the lava tank, and this lava tank is getting the fluids from the top side here. You can see if we follow this line, fill on lava, then goes all the way around and actually connects with the lava that is filling the Blaze Cake factory. So now we got a fluid pipe that also is going to the top, and then it's outputting more lava all the way into the tank. So easy, simple, nothing too complicated. That's the easiest one. But the next one is a little bit more complicated, so hopefully I'm going to be able to explain it, and it's going to be the kind of an empty one in this case, but this is going to be filled up with honey. And in this case we just go back and you can see it's getting filled all the way following this line and then all the way down and over here, and you're going to see that in front of this we got just these guys, the honey houses or bees, I don't know how they are called. And then we got just 5 in each layer, so 10 in total. We bred the bees and they are happy actually pollinating the flowers and then going back and processing more honey. And then we extract that with create mode just from pipes here all the way to the tank. But that's not all with that guy, because I'm still getting free honey, free cocoa there, which is fine. I also got this here, which is my small shed for breeding more bees, and you can see that we got more bees in these guys, and I just think it looks cool. We did this for moving before the bees into their beehives, that's how these are called. I never doubted for a moment the name there. Yeah, I think it looks really cool. It adds a little bit more of interest into this whole room. And trust me, it wasn't that messy at the start, but it was a whole week of work, so of course it got convoluted over the time. And finally, the most complicated and convoluted one is the chocolate one. So we go back again. Let me show you the piping. So I'm going to destroy your brain now. It's the one in the middle, so it goes all the way up here. You can see it's pretty much empty, and then it connects into this mixer, which is receiving milk from the cow below here. So this deployer is trying to milk the cow. We are going to see, yep, there goes the milk bucket. Then the milk bucket gets sucked out, inputted into this second deployer. This one is facing this item drain there, this one, filled with the milk. And then we are extracting the milk out all the way here and actually going all the way into the basin here. And then we need to extract the chocolate when we got this, and when you have multiple fluids with create mode, you want to use this guy, which is a fluid, I think it's called Fluid Vault, I don't remember the name. Let me go and check. No, a smart fluid pipe. So we use a smart fluid pipe to telling the system, you know, extract only the chocolate, and then the chocolate goes, as we told you, here into the tank. But also you can see that now we are outputting here sometimes milk, sometimes chocolate, and we need to fill this part with the milk. So we grab a second smart fluid pipe here, which is filtered with the milk, and then we move this around into this fluid piping thingy that actually we can go and check. We go inside here, and then in this secret door, which is behind where we are milking the cow here, you can see the bucket going there. We go up, and over here I just got a simple timer, which actually goes into this fluid trash can, which we can whitelist for the milk buckets. That means I got this timer here working for milking, or pretty much sucking out the milk and carrying the pipe. And it's a really simple clock, 5 seconds on because this is a pulse extender, and then 5 seconds off because this is just a pulse repeater. So after 5 seconds it's going to send a pulse, and I'm just reading only one item here, which is going back and forth. And then we just got a power latch, so right now it's in the off position. Right now it's in the on position. We just moved the block of redstone, and this gear chip, their only job is actually rotate and enabling this valve for getting open or closed, like, and 5 seconds later it's going to be open again. And the main reason why I did this type of clock is because on loading, I have noticed that Great Mode tend to have some issues with the loading on the redstone. So I think I'm going to try to automate all of my timers into some type of redstone like this. That way, it's going to be easier for me to understand that every single time that I log on, since the hoppers are connected to each other, the block is going to be moving and the timer is going to be reset again. So this is a really cool solution if you are experiencing kind of a clocks breaking, especially if you try to use these guys with extension on repeaters or just one tick. I think it's the post repeater, the one that tend to break stuff, but that's kind of a really good solution for everything. Okay, boyos, if you think that this was convoluted and messy and complicated and too much happening, now your brain is going to explode. So hope you are ready, because I'm surely not. Starting with this part. So over here, I'm collecting honey bottles, mainly because my system is kind of filled up. It's a little bit stuck, but I wanted this to be like this for now. So let's start with the honey. The honey is going to go out into the tank over there, but then we are going to export with this pipe the honey. You can see that I'm exporting there. So it's going to go all the way up, and actually then it's going to go down here. Then it's going to travel all the way around here into that spout. And as you can see, this spout is getting filled with honey. So when I get the honey, I'm going to start filling these glass bottles that right now I'm inputting from the chest. So nothing too fancy, I'm just kind of throwing bottles into the system. When the honey gets in forms of the bottle, it's going to be grabbed by that brass funnel. It's going to throw them all the way up to here, and then the mechanical arm that you can barely see here. We are in the mechanical arm here, hidden in between everything. Again, it's super compacted, there is no more room for space and stuff. But yeah, that mechanical arm is going to do pretty much everything. It's going to grab the honey bottles and it's going to move them here. This is going to be on top of the hoppers, and you can see it's going to deposit all the honey bottles here, and we got extra. It should be enough for actually filling all these glass bottles, since the honey bottle can only stack up to 24. At least with the change that we make. If not, if you are in vanilla, it's only 16 and sucks for you. But then we need to use the honey bottles, and this is the interesting part. We are going to output the honey bottles from the chest, and we are going to inputting that into this, crafter, mechanical crafter. You can barely see it because it's hidden behind the chutes right there. So over there we got a mechanical crafter, and this mechanical crafter is going to craft, if I can paste this here, the piece of sugar. Over there is just this, a huge piece of sugar. The idea is when you use the honey bot for crafting into the automated one, you can get 3 sugar. And the 3 sugar are going to be important because then we are going to put the sugar here, of course. That's the mechanical crafter, this is the output. The mechanical arm is going to grab the sugar and the cocoa bean and it's going to place in this new funnel, which is actually create the component for our chocolate bake. Right now it's filled with cocoa beans, and that's kind of one of the other ingredients. And eventually the extra sugar is going to be outputted there by that underside funnel all the way up to here, which is the system that I still need to complete. It's going to be sucked up with that fan, which is not getting power yet. It's going to be here onto the display, not the display, the hoppers, and the hoppers are going to go all the way up to here into our sugar system. So what I want to do is I want to read the hopper for the sugar on the signal, and when we request for the blaze cake farm more sugar, we are going to request it from here. And when it's not, we are just going to keep kind of boiling this up, and eventually we are going to have enough honey for converting into the honey, enough honey for converting into the chocolate, enough honey for giving to the system sugar, and that's going to be everything pretty much work. But we don't have enough time for completing this week because, as you can see, it was a lot of work, so I just broke the scaffolding. So hopefully, over the next week, we are going to be able to complete everything, and we are going to keep progressing here into the base, because automating these 3 fluids are going to be what is going to allow for us to create all the ore that we are ever going to need into this world. So hopefully it's going to be fun. And also this week, it's supposed to be the update 9 of Vault Hunters, so if you're interested in that too, feel free to catch me live on Twitch. We are going to be alive today, and also hopefully the rest of the week, because I want to be alive, I don't want to die. But also we are going to be live on the Wednesday and on the Friday, so we shall see you there. Bye bye.